Why the vitriol? Why do you care so much, Mr. Hannity? And I say this with all due respect, okay? I like Sean Hannity. I think he's a good man, like I said. But why do you care so much? Watching Hannity used to be a pastime for me, okay? I used to sit in my house. I was 10 years old. I would turn on Fox News with my dad at night, and we'd watch Hannity. And I used to love the, let not your heart be troubled at the end of his programs. And generally speaking, I think Sean Hannity is a good man. It pains me to even have to make this video, but if I see something this ridiculous, I have to speak out about it. So before we get into that, if you guys are new to Uncommon Sense, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and turn on your post notifications so you see every video I upload. As many of you know by now, there's an ongoing stalemate in the House of Representatives, right? So a lot of new members came into the House. We have a lot of Republicans new in the building. And basically what's going on is they don't want to re-elect Kevin McCarthy as a Speaker of the House. Now, there are various reasons why this is the case. Some people just do not like his leadership. Some people don't like some of the decisions he's made. And to be quite honest, I think a lot of people see him as kind of a figure of just the status quo. And if you guys have been tuning in and paying attention, there are about 20 defectors in the House of Representatives right now. All right, there's about 20 people that are voting, holding the line saying we are not going to vote for Kevin McCarthy, which is enough votes to prevent him from being reelected as a Speaker of the House. So as you guys can see here, these are the 20 people or so that have kind of held the line. The Republicans, we got Dan Bishop, Lauren Boebert, Matt Gaetz, Chip Roy, Scott Perry. So, these are the guys that are holding the line, and they do not want him to get reelected. But the person who Sean Hannity caused all this drama with is Lauren Boebert, and she is a representative from Colorado. She had a very tight race. She barely got reelected this year, but she has been an outspoken supporter of Trump in the past. All right, she was a very strong Trump supporter, very loyal to Trump. And to kind of preface the whole conversation with Sean Hannity, just to let you guys know. So apparently Lauren Boebert had given her word to Trump that she would support McCarthy's reelection as the Speaker of the House. So now she's in there and she is actively resisting McCarthy as a Speaker, and Hannity just did not like that too much. So I'm going to go ahead and play the clip for you.
You said complimentary things about President Trump. Needs to tell Kevin McCarthy that, sir, you do not have the votes. It's time to withdraw. Let me turn the tables, Congresswoman. Kevin McCarthy has 203 votes. Your side has 20. So if I'm going to use your words and your methodology and your math, isn't it time for you to pack it in and your side to pack it in, considering he has over 200 and you have 20?
Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about from this clip, before I even finish the thing out, is why the vitriol? Why do you care so much, Mr. Hannity? And I say this with all due respect, okay? I like Sean Hannity. I think he's a good man, like I said. But why do you care so much? We can talk about change. We can talk about conservatism all we want. We can go nightly on the news for hours and speak about all these things we want to do. But when we actually have the opportunity for change, don't you think shaming the person that's trying to bring that change or trying to hold the line is the very last thing you should be doing?
Sean, I understand the frustration, I promise you, but
I'm not frustrated.
He does
you didn't
not
answer
have the
my
votes,
question.
and we are hearing from many people who are still voting with Kevin McCarthy, who are very supportive of what we're doing, and they're cheering us on. So there are more for us than are against us, and they are waiting for Kevin to cave.
Okay.
The American people are certainly frustrated by...
I'm frustrated by you not answering a direct question.
Okay, so his point is that she needs to back off because there's only 20 votes and they're never going to have a majority as long as McCarthy stays in the race. But as she was saying, he needs to withdraw because the 20 people that are not supporting him are just not going to do it. All right, they're not going to cave in. They're not going to vote for him because they're sick and tired of this status quo. All right, when we think about Kevin McCarthy, what we think about and what we see is a 4,000-page, $1.7 trillion spending bill. Okay, that's what we think about. We think about falling in line with the establishment and just about every single thing. And the point is not that we have 20 people voting or we have 20 people holding out. The point is that those people can prevent this status quo from continuing. Okay, we have some very capable younger Republicans in the House. There are some very capable leaders that could step up, and it's time for some change. And I just don't understand Hannity's resistance to this idea. It's kind of cringe to me. To give you guys some other information about Sean Hannity from the past that you may not be aware of, that I was disappointed to find out, is he was actively lobbying Trump to pardon Hunter Biden. All right, when Biden was being looked at for all these types of things with the vote, with the laptop and all that, he was lobbying Trump to pardon Mr. Hunter. And the question is, why? I mean, what is that going to do? All right, to me, that signals you are somehow tied in with these types of people. You are connected with Biden, and you are a part of this long-standing tradition of nothing, no change, no newness, no novelty, no accountability. You are supporting this whole idea. And another thing I want to speak on is, I get the fact that Trump is beloved in the Republican Party. People love Trump. People like him. But why are we treating Trump like he's some sort of godlike figure, that he can do no wrong, that he just has the ultimate say? Okay, that's not how this works. All right, Trump did a lot for the Republican Party. He got elected. He had a lot of good policy positions. But as of late, I'm having some questions, because you're coming in here. We saw around the midterms, he was criticizing DeSantis. He was calling out the most popular Republican really across the country. I mean, if we're going to be honest, he was probably the most popular one across the country. He won the election in Florida by a massive margin that nobody even expected that margin. I think it was 18 points. Okay, we don't even see that in modern politics anymore. But you're criticizing this man. You're comparing yourself to him. You are refusing to move on from the election. All right? Whether there was question marks, that's up to you guys. I mean, I'm not even taking a stance on that, but why are we living in the past? Why are we not looking forward? And now we have this whole thing about McCarthy. And another bizarre thing to me is that, why is Trump supporting McCarthy so strongly? Why? What has he done for Trump? All right, because I'm not sure if you guys remember, but I'm going to play this video from around January 6th.
Last week's violent attack on the Capitol was undemocratic. The president bears responsibility for Wednesday's attack on Congress by mob rioters. He should have immediately denounced the mob when he saw what was unfolding.
McCarthy was basically saying Trump is fully responsible for the whole attack itself. And he supported the enacting of a commission. Now, he did not support impeachment, which, whatever. I mean, I wouldn't expect you to support impeachment if you're going to be connected with Trump whatsoever. But to say he's been a huge Trump ally would be disingenuous, if you ask me. If surface level, if you looked at it, okay, possibly. But if you actually look at what McCarthy has done and said, no. So why is Trump so supportive of McCarthy himself? Something a little bit suspect to me is the fact that McCarthy is on the World Economic Forum. We all know, our good old buddy Klaus Schwab over there at the forum. We can all trust him, right? So McCarthy's on their website as the majority leader of the House right now. It's just weird to me that he's on there. Like, what? Why? That's just strange. And I'm not going to make any wild statements, okay? I'm not going to say anything like that, but at the very least, isn't it a little bit strange that Sean Hannity, the host of a show with millions of people listening nationwide, Trump, in a very powerful position, and the World Economic Forum are in stride supporting McCarthy to be the Speaker of the House, and the majority of Republicans? Is that a coincidence? I don't know. That's up to you guys to answer. Let me know what you think down below right now. Do you think that's all a coincidence? Because anytime that there's such agreement, in lockstep from many different angles, it's very suspect to me. You can see right here a couple different reactions from Vince Langman on Twitter. The fact that Sean Hannity never once went after Ukraine first, never Trump or Lindsey Graham. The way he went after America first, Lauren Boebert last night, speaks volumes. Another one says, "Base Boebert stands her ground on Hannity despite his trying to bully her into submission." He then brings on establishment goofball Trey Gowdy to back him up. Yes, he needed another man because he couldn't handle a strong base woman by himself. And yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, I did see a lot of pushback on Hannity from the Republicans. All right, I saw a lot of conservative accounts on Twitter, pushing back. I've seen a few different examples now with videos where he has just, at the very least, been questionable in his stances. Okay, he is definitely on the legacy side of the Republican Party. At the very best, at the very worst, I think that he is an establishment figure himself. So again, like I said, I like Sean Hannity as a person. I don't have a huge problem with him personally, but he might be turning into a little bit of a swamp monster if we're being honest with ourselves. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think down below right now. Do you guys support Sean Hannity still? Do you like him? Do you think he did anything wrong? Let me know right now in the comment section. If you're new here to Uncommon Sense, make sure you subscribe for more political and news commentary and analysis from an unbiased, common sense perspective. Make sure you like the video, and with that being said, I will see everybody next time. Peace out.